Hey everyone, welcome to the Analytical Coding. In today's video, we are going to talk about an amazing feature in Power BI, that is tooltips. So tooltips help us enhance our reports by providing additional information when we hover over a visuals. So they are a great way to keep our report clean and interactive without overwhelming our audience with too much detail. So let's get started. In Power BI, we have default tooltips, custom tooltips, or report based tooltips, modern tooltips. So let us see them one by one. So coming to the first one, default tooltips. By default, Power BI provides tooltips for most visuals. For example, when I hover over this bar in the bar chart, you can see a small pop-up displaying the value, category, or any fields in the visual. These are called default tooltips and they are automatically created based on the fields we have used in the visual. So these are default tooltips. Okay, these default tooltips are great, but what if we want to show some more options like some more columns or measures in the tooltip? So we can do that by dragging the required field into the tooltip option. So here, when I click on this visual, you can see we are having tooltips option here. And if I want to see any additional information like number of product categories, so I can drag that product category and change it to the count. So I'm going to see the count of product categories. So I have added that as a tooltip. And now when I hover over it, you can see that for region north, count of product categories are 4. Again for west. So we can see that particular product category, like we can also see extra information or extra measures in the tooltips by dragging those columns or measures into the tooltips. So in this way we can customize the tooltips. But again, what if we want to show additional details like a breakdown or even a chart? So that is where custom tooltips come in. So now let's create a custom tooltip in Power BI. So first we have to create a new page. So let me create a new page, and in the page settings on the right side, so go to the canvas settings and change the type to the tooltip. And when we change that, here we can see that this resizes the page to a small box perfect for the tooltips. And next one is design our tooltip. So on this tooltip page we can add visuals, charts, or any text. So for example, I will add a pie chart here, and inside the pie chart I am going to add product category and also sales. Okay, so this is about sum of sales by product category, and I don't want to display the title here, so I'm going to general, and yes, title is not getting displayed. And you can see that this is the tooltip for my visual. And now we have to assign this tooltip to the visual in our main page. So let us go back to the main page, and here when I select this main visual and go to the general section, and under the tooltips you can select the type as report page and page to be page 1. So that is what we have created for the tooltip, right? So page 1. And now let us hover over this, and you can see that tooltip is pie chart which we have added in the tooltip page separately, right? So this is the way to create the custom tooltips. And in the previous videos we have seen drill down and drill through clearly, right? So we have to right click on the visual in order to use them. Do we have an option to choose them directly from the tooltips? Yes, we can use modern custom tooltips for that. Tooltips in Power BI just got smarter with modern custom tooltips. So we can now perform drill down and drill through actions directly from the tooltip without right clicking. So let me show you how this works. So let me delete this visual and add this visual, where inside this visual I am having the region and product categories as hierarchical data and sum of sales. Okay, now when I hover over it, you can see that we are having drill up and drill through options inside the tooltip, and even I can click on this particular option in the tooltip. So this is the modern custom tooltips option. So how can we get that? So for that we have to go to the file and options and settings. Inside that, select options. Under report settings, you can see that modern visual tooltips, and when we check this option and click on OK, and when we restart this Power BI application, we can have this modern custom tooltips switched on. Like this, we can, when we hover on this particular one, we can see the drill down or drill through options. So this modern tooltip feature improves report interactivity and makes exploring data much easier for the users. So tooltips are a powerful yet simple way to enhance our Power BI reports. So whether we use default or custom tooltips, they can make our reports more interactive and insightful for our audience. So this is all about tooltips, that is default tooltips, customize, custom and modern tooltips. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. And if you are new to this channel, subscribe for more Power BI tips and tricks. See you in the next video. Thank you.